So what is up guys, this is Drakane here, welcome back with another video on taming here on Ark Survival Mobile. So guys, today's video we are gonna be taming up a Megatherium. It's a dungeon exclusive creature, which means you have to go into the dungeon, kill it, retrieve the implant and resurrect it in order to tame. So I've got a level 450 Megatherium to be tamed up right now. Megatherium saddle is unlocked at level 52. You need hide, fiber, cementing paste and 55 metal ingots, so keep that in mind. And these Megatheriums are really good for certain things, which we will get to after taming this guy up. The abilities and everything will be discussed later on. First of all, let's jump into its kibble. So it might not be mentioned in the Dodo decks, but these guys take baryonyx kibble. You can use baryonyx kibble in order to tame up these guys. To make some baryonyx kibble, you're going to need a baryonyx egg, raw fish meat, savoir roots, majos, fiber and water as well. But you can also use as a substitute for the kibble giant bee honey. Giant bee honey works well as well. So instead of the kibble, you could use giant bee honey. Also, as these guys are omnivores, you can use the meat, raw prime meat, raw meat, or major berries or crops. But the most effective are the first two, the baryonyx kibble for mobile users and the bee honey. So let's get wrecking, shall we? So you here and resurrect. Now in the dungeons, even though the Megatheriums are completely aggressive towards you, Megatheriums are not aggressive at all in the wild. They are neutral creatures, so unless you shoot them, they won't start attacking you. But near insects, they will become really aggressive. So, and when they kill the insect, they get that massive buff, which is horrifically terrifying. Now everyone's on passive. And also these guys got a nice health pool as well as a quite decent amount of top as well. So I'll just start ranking this guy out then. So guys, this one's out now. Let's just take a look at your stats. Okay, so the savings finished. And oops, you look really white. Yep, you look quite nice. So this one's got a melee damage of 440%. Now Megatheriums have really good stamina. Their swimming speeds are really fast. Just keep that in mind. Their movement speed is fine. They've got a heavy foot stat and also a heavy health stat as well. So their melee damage is just awesome, specifically when it goes up to a bug and just kills it. So you can just lie down there while I go and grab some honey. So you're going to need to learn to craft the beehive in order to get some honey. And when you got the beehive, you just got to go and place it on some of the redwood trees, and you have to put wild flowers as well, and they will continuously keep producing honey for you. So let's just grab some. Now the bees won't sting you in this because this is mobile, so I'll just take about 4. That would be enough. So honey takes about 45 minutes to craft or cook up, I might say. So 45 minutes, and every rare flower inside the beehive will produce one giant bee honey. Yep. Now the giant bee honey is good. You can use it. It fills your hunger and also heals you up a bit as well, I believe. So let's go up to this guy and get this guy tamed up. So you will need the soothing lotion, soothing balm, and I just took it back. So remote, use this, and then that, and this. Now we can just take it out for a test ride. I'll just grab the saddle of Gorko. Come on, buddy. Now even the Megatheriums have a costume slot. I just wonder what kind of costume that they are going to give. Maybe cartoonish costume from the animation, perhaps. But we'll have to see about that. So that's here. And you're up. And you got 16k health. Wow, that's really good. Okay, so start pen on neutral. Let's just put this. Now the giant bee honey doesn't spoil on these guys as well. So let's take you out. They can fit through a normal dinosaur gateway without any problems at all. So if you have set up a taming pen like this with the resurrecting thingy revival platform in the middle, you have to just put doors to the door frames, otherwise door frames as in the giant dino door frames, otherwise this guy can easily get out. Now this one 19 printed. Let's get a good look at your stats. You got a lot of health, melee damage is really good. So as you can see, this is a really good creature. So I'll take this guy out for a spin now that the saddle is there and everything's ready. And let's take a good look at how you contrast with Gorklo over here. Now guys, the Megatheriums, when they have the buff from killing bugs, they can even take on a Geiger. I'll just post a video on that as well later on. But a fully imprinted Megatherium can quite easily take on a Geiger as well. So just keep that in mind as well. Now these guys are the best collectors of thatch, and also really good collectors of chitin as well. Now one thing that I found out to be strange is that even though they can kill all kinds of fish, they cannot harvest the fish meat. Now this guy's a little bit slow, this one's not imprinted. So let's just get down there, shall we? So we'll just go right over the redwoods then. Now these guys' swimming speed ain't so good. Just keep that in mind as well. I believe I told that before as well. Okay guys, so we are officially in the redwoods, and here's the first tree that I'm going to show you guys just what these guys are capable with thatch. And just 200 thatch from there and another 200 from there. So about 400 thatch they can collect from one redwood tree, which is really good compared to Brontos, because even though Brontos are ranked to be the highest and the best thatch collectors, they have just put that in the Dodo decks and the likes because of the fact that those guys collect from all the bushes and trees in the surrounding area, not just one. But if you consider the amount you're getting from one bush, then you're better off using some other creature. One thing you should remember is that wild animals, wild creatures do not aggro onto other creatures, do not aggro onto your Megatherium to be specific, unless you go up to them and attack them. So Megatherium's got 2 attacks, 3 if you count the fact that while they're running also they do sort of like a bite attack or something, and they are really good at collecting fibers as well. So their first attack is a swipe attack, the normal attack which you could do when you press this button. You just start swiping only right hand. This guy only swipes with the right hand, but that's okay. So the other attack is when instead of the jump attack like in the trikes, they start charging when you do it. This guy's got kind of like a biting kind of thingy. So let's just see. There we go. So that attack is much more powerful than the normal swipe attack. Let's just use this guy as a test dummy. So 1600 became like, so that's quite a nice decrease in health. And then the normal swipe deals about 300. So these guys are actually really good attackers and harvesters at the same time. Now let's just run up the hill here and hope that we can find a good level scorpion, and I think I spotted one over there. Oh yes, here it is. Now these guys can collect about 50 or so of this chitin from a scorpion, which is a quite good amount. So let's just do that, and then this and that, and there's the buff. So you got 48 chitin from that. So let's go up to this Megatherium, who so conveniently offered himself up as a target. Oh my god, a 435, no. I'm leaving you. You have to be tamed up later on. Okay, so what about you? 120, that's fine. Now the buff lasts for about 5 minutes, I believe. Let me just quickly check it out. So the buff is there for 3 minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes. So let's just do the strong attack on you. And now you're at about 4000, so about 1000 decrease. And the normal swipe now deals about 700. So the one back at base, the Megatherium I have back at base, Goklo. Now that guy is imprinted as well, so he has the imprint bonus also. So once I get this buff, that guy deals about 2000 damage per hit. So these guys are really good at taking on Gaigas as well. These guys, so if we're summing up on these guys, the Megatheriums are really good tanks. They have heavy health, and also they are heavy hitters. They are really good. They are the best collectors of touch and also of chitin as well. So these guys are must-have tames, and they don't only require meat. They are omnivorous creatures as well. So you can give berries to these guys instead of meat. If you are short on meat, give the meat to other creatures you own, and just pump this guy full of berries. And the buff is almost over. Let's see. The health goes up by 1000 points. Melee goes up by 37 points. That's really good. You don't need to actually pump any into the stamina, even though it goes up by a hell of a lot. Wow. Make it 4000 at that. Well, I can pump into that anyway. So the weight also increases by a massive amount. So guys, Megatheriums are really insane tames, must have tames I would say. And if you have a Megatherium and a Deodon, just worry not, go ahead and challenge that Gaiga. That Gaiga will stand no chance. So guys, I decided to just sleep out the night as it was getting dark and show you this fellow in the full glory of the morning. So another important thing that I didn't mention earlier is that these guys have a nice ability that I like as well. So one thing that's very useful in taming other creatures is that there are only a few creatures that have really good health pools that also have the ability, give you the ability to just draw weapons while on their back. But this one has it, which is something that's really good for me. Oops. There we go. So just like that, you can shoot arrows off its back, as if you just breed these guys up fully and imprint them fully, there's a high chance that you can get the up to 50k health on these guys. So if you do something like that, then these guys will be really OP as well. and also perfect, superbly perfect tames that you can use to tame other creatures. Like if you are taming some creature that deals heavy damage, you can just stay on the back of these guys and just drag it out and let this guy tank all the damage. Now one thing that you have to remember about these guys is that, well, these guys have no ascendant saddles. So if you are planning on trying to get a better college saddle than than primitive, then you are in for a bit of bad luck, because I think sometimes there might be some saddles that you can find out in the dungeons, but so far I have never found any such thing, and that Diplo died in a really strange and fantastic manner. So guys, that will be it about these fellows. They are really good tankers, damages and the likes, and they get the buff from killing bugs, which will enable them to deal massive amounts of damage. So with a Deodon and a Megatherium, fully imprinted Megatherium and a Deodon with a good saddle or a good amount of health, you can quite and pretty easily just kill off a guy as well. So guys, that will be it about the Megatheriums. So they've got two attacks, this and the bite attack, and also with the buff from killing insects, they become really powerful as well. So that's it guys, hope you found this video helpful. So it's Drakane here, over and out. So if you find this video to be helpful, ring that notification bell and smash that thumbs up and subscribe as well and never miss a video. So bye guys, until next time.